because after dinner everyone ought to have a cigar. So I tried it. Well, the rest is history. I'm still smoking stogies. I love it, and he introduced me to something really good.
You like that? You like that? You like that?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whiskey River channel. For all of you, if this is your first time here, let me just tell you this. Okay, we're going to be drinking a little bit of whiskey. We're going to be talking about the good old days. Whiskey, boom, in America is great. But let's talk about the good old days live. For all of you that have been here before, welcome. Let me pour myself a little drink. is going to be sponsored by all the supporters that have been supporting this stream. I will tell you that we're going to do something different today. We're going to be talking about the good old times. Do you remember the good old times? For all of you that remember the good old times, well, we're going to talk about that today on the stream. I'm going to see if I can bring up some old videos, if I can. And for all of you that are watching, cheers! Cheers to all of you! Cheers to all of you! I'm currently drinking Stag Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy that intro. For all of you that have just tuned in just now, I'm going to tell you, I do miss the good old days. The days that many of you remember, just like if it was yesterday. For all of you watching, I thank you today for being here in the chat room. And I will also say, for all of you that have never been here, I am the Whiskey Reaper and I am the one and only. If you can, do me a favor, each and every one of you that are watching, take out a glass, take out a whiskey, and let's pour ourselves something together. Cheers to all of you. We're going to be talking today about the good old times. We're going to talk about the times that many of you have remembered. Most of the whiskeys were cheap. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you some bottles that I remember. For all of you watching, I see you. Let me put this down. Okay, I'm going to give huge shout outs to the people in the chat room. So here we go. Let me see who we have in the chat room. I'm going to see around here. And also, I will say, if you haven't hit the like button, do me the huge favor, hit the like button. It helps out a bunch, and I'm going to appreciate everybody here. So I'm going to go around the room. If you haven't learned how to type in the chat room, all you have to do is subscribe. You subscribe, and I will be able to see you. So let me see. Let me give my appreciation to everybody here. Let me go around the room before I start the party. Bob, good to see you. Also, Curtis. Great to see you. Adventures, always great to see Adventures. Farm Kitty, always great to see Farm Kitty. Everybody out here, great to see you. Penman, always great to see you. A lot of new faces have been showing up, and if you want to be part of the stream, all you have to do is always be subscribed. If you're subscribed, you're good. Bilbo Fragrance, I see you. And everybody also, everybody in the fragrance community, the watch community, the whiskey community, I do see you. Today on the stream, we're going to be talking about exactly the good old times. You know what? I will say this. There's a lot of things that I remember in the good old times. You know, the gas was cheaper. The whiskey was cheap. And not only the whiskey was cheaper, but let me just tell you this. Nobody out here was able to get any of these bottles. Most of these bottles back in the days, the only one we could get was the Blangtons. Some of these are fairly new, like the Garrison Brothers. These stags back in the days were amazing to find. That Colonel Yates Taylor was amazing to find. And the Russell's 13, that was a fairly new back in the days. But over here, I will tell you, we're going to be talking about this on the stream, okay? So let me start by saying that I will tell you huge shout outs to all the people. I'm going to give a huge shout out to Edgar Romeo. He sent a lot of super chats recently in the weekend. Also, we do have Bob in the chat room. He sent super chats. I see you, Bob. I believe who else was in the last stream? Also, Captain Anuj Patel. A lot of other people out here that have been sending super chats. I want to give you a huge shout out. And also, if I missed you, my bad. I will also say, last week I did get a load of super chats by some of the watch people, fragrance people who were streaming in, coming and watching. Whiskey people were sending Curtis. I remember Curtis, one of his first super chats here was recently. And also, I will say, I am currently watching the Miami Marlins. They are officially losing. And I'm focused on my channel. I want to make sure that all of you thrive with me. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the bottles that we're going to start talking about. Now, some of you, I don't think you have an idea that some of the bottles that I have are fairly old, and I'm going to show you a couple of them. fuck's sakes, I almost dropped the whiskey. Holy heavens. That was a close one. I almost dropped the Blood Oath. That's a lot of money. I almost dropped that one. I'm going to make sure that I don't drop any whiskeys today on this stream. I will tell you, the last stream that I dropped something was actually, it was a Glencairn, and that's okay. Let me put this aside over here. Let me put this over here. I want to talk about some whiskeys that many of you are very not familiar with. I'm going to put this away here. Let me see if I find all the bottles that I need to. I wasn't set up for the stream at all. I'm doing this right now. I think I have another bottle. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start moving some bottles out here. And I'm going to make sure that we all know that I am live, baby. And I also will tell you that I'm going to move this out of the way. Today we're going to be opening up a Blankton's also. So for all of you that are into that, we're going to be opening that. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I'm going to show you one of the bottles that back in the good old days was easier to get. Okay, as you see here, I'm going to take out some bottles over here. This is Orphan Barrel Forged Oak. Okay, that's a 15-year-old Forged Oak. Beautiful, beautiful bottle. Now, let me look for the Rhetoric and let me look for the other ones because I do know they're somewhere here. I'm going to make sure I don't drop anything. Let me move this out here. I do know that I have a Rhetoric somewhere here, and I know it's close by. So let me see. Okay, here we go. I have no idea what this one is. What is this one? Okay, that's a new one. I'm not going to show that one. Let me see which other one I have here. I do have some Orphan Barrels. Which one is this? That's not it. God damn, I'm showing you guys so many stuff that I'm not supposed to be showing you. I'm taking you back to the good old days, ladies and gentlemen. So bear with me. I'm going to be taking out some of the bottles out here so that we all know that actually I do have some oldies, some good oldies. Let me take it out. I think I have it over here. Here we go. I found one. I have to find this other one. Where is it? I think it's over here. Here we go. Here's another beauty. And the one that I want to find is near me. But for right now, I'm just going to put these on the screen. Let me talk to you about some of these bottles, okay? These bottles bring me back to the days that everything was so much easier to get. I mean, I'm talking about so easy to get some of these bottles. Nowadays, some of these bottles are so hard to find. I think I saw one for, what was it, $650, $800? Let me see if I find another one. I have one somewhere here. There you go. I have so many bottles. It's insane. Here's the other one. Okay, so I'm going to start to talk about these. And the reason why I'm going to talk about these is because these bottles are one of the things that made me realize how crazy the whiskey boom was. Okay, you could look at these up online. As a matter of fact, we might be looking these up online on this stream. Okay, we might be looking up these freaking whiskeys on this stream. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me put my stuff back here. Okay, hear me out, okay? Some of you have probably never seen these bottles before. I understand. Maybe you're new at whiskeys. Maybe you're new at the game. Let me make sure that we move a little bit of... Gotta make sure we have this. I have a little bit of a OCD thing. Have to make sure that they're nice. Yeah. Looking beautiful. Okay, so here we go. Let me give you a little rundown, okay? Today's stream is all about the whiskey boom in America, how it's great. But let's talk about the good old days, okay? The good old days came back to the days back when I was able to find these bottles at the store. Okay, these Blankton's bottles were easy to find at the store, super easy. And I'm gonna give you story after story. One thing I can tell you, that the bottles in front of me, these are very expensive bottles that I got a long time ago. Okay, it's so long ago that this cork might be, I need to fix this cork. But as you see here, this is the Rhetoric 22. I had a 23, and I also had the 25. I can tell you that all of these bottles, they're very, very old. I'm not going to say super old, but I believe in 2015, I got some of these bottles, or 2014. I believe it was 2015, if I believe clearly. Okay, these are one of the few bottles back in the days that I can tell you very, very much easy to find at the store. Back in the days when it first all started, was about the first John Wick movie. Okay, the first John Wick movie, I believe, I'm not really sure if all of you have the time frame of the dates of the John Wick, but the John Wick movie, I can't tell you enough. I think it was 2015, around there. And then the second John Wick movie came out. As you all know, John Wick. Yes. And the second John Wick movie made the bourbon whiskey boom just blow up. And it made it blow up because it was one bottle that he had. Okay, John Wick, at the time, he was drinking this. And for some of you that don't know what John Wick is, well, he is Keanu Reeves, who played John Wick on a movie that many of you know about. He was drinking the Blankton's bottle, as you see here in front of me. Now, this bottle started going up in price. I was able to buy a lot of my Blankton's back in the day for very cheap. They were about, I remember clearly, I think they were like either, what is it, $56? About $56. And let me tell you, I remember walking into the store, and there was so many of these Blankton's. There was like, you had one there, you had another one here, you had rows and rows of Blankton's everywhere, all the time, every freaking day. Nobody picked up these bottles. Now, as that happened, the second movie came out, and the second movie of John Wick came out. And let me just tell you, the second movie made these bottles go up in price. Very hard to find. It was a little bit harder. They weren't on the shelves anymore. Everybody wanted the John Wick bottle, and this was the bottle, okay? Back in the days, very easy to find on the shelves, no big deal. Sometimes I would pass them up to be on the shelves. So that started happening, and as that started happening, there was companies that were putting out Orphan Barrels and other different releases. I thought the Orphan Barrel line was amazing. I thought that this line was one of a kind. Okay, I didn't think that there was another line that would be just as good as this. Okay, one of the first bottles I got from Orphan Barrel was the one that you see here. After that, I ended up getting this bottle, which was easier to find back in the days. There was rows and rows and rows of this. Rows and rows and rows of this. And this is so expensive now. It's insane. After that, I ended up getting this one. And then this Gifted Horse. Fabulous. I went through 2 bottles of this. This is my second bottle. And for this other Rhetoric, I went through about 4 bottles of this. This is my last bottle. And then after those, the last bottle I got from the hottest bourbon whiskeys at the time, which I think was in 2016 or 15. Not really sure which year, but I can tell you, I ended up getting this. Okay, this is a 20-year Barter House. And if you see it online, we're going to go online right now. We're going to see the prices on these things. Okay, we're going to see the prices on these things, because some of you don't know the prices. All of these bottles were fairly cheap. The only heavily strong one was The Orphan Barrel, which you see here, a little bit pricier than normal because it is the age statement. So what I'm going to do right now, we're going to see, okay, what the prices are right now. But all of these bottles were so easy to find. I'm talking about, man, oh man. You wouldn't think that if you bought a bottle like this, that you would have to buy backup, you know? It's just not something you're thinking about at the moment, especially back in the days. Now, all of you might faint, okay, after what I'm about to show you. Please do me a favor, do not faint. I don't want anybody to faint out here, please, okay? What I'm about to show you is real deal prices, and I hope nobody out here faints, okay? Please do me the favor, okay? For all of you watching, please do not faint about these prices. This is just real prices. Okay, so here we go. I'm about to show you. There you go. I think you guys can see it now. Can you see it? There you go. I think you can. Okay. So, let me just tell you this. Okay. I'm pretty embarrassed to know that I didn't have a couple bottles of this. Can I tell you that, you know, was I shocked when all of these bottles started going up? No, I wasn't shocked. As a matter of fact, that was, to me, it was normal. It was normal for me. I knew that this would happen to me, okay? I knew, in fact, that this would happen. But as you see there, the price on these bottles are ridiculous. Okay, the first bottle you see there, if you don't see it already, okay, I'm going to put it full screen for you because some of you have very small eyes. Okay, I'm going to put it full screen for all of you to see. All right, here we go. Full screen. There you go. Okay, the bottle that we have here is about $600. $800. I'm sucking on an $800 bottle. Are you serious right now? $666, $900. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Is that what I'm supposed to be thinking in the past, in the good old days? That I'm going to be sucking down a freaking $900, $800 bottle? Are you kidding me? So this is why last stream I had showed you all bottles that you have to buy nowadays, because it's happened to me. Okay, this bottle, ladies and gentlemen, is about $900. Okay, aged 20 years. Barter House Kentucky bourbon from Orphan Barrel. You see here, you see the screen, about $800. Smackaroos, $600. And you see the prices just keep on going. There's different prices there, but I can tell you, look, I wasn't expecting any of this back in the days. If I was to tell myself one thing back in the days, would I have bought backup for any of these bottles? Of course. But this is not what you think. In the past, you just don't think this. You open these bottles and that's just what happens. Okay? Now we're living on 2023, so that was a long time ago. That was like 7 years ago. 7 years ago, for God's sakes. You understand? Pretty harsh. So we're going to go down over here. I'm going to see if I have another one. Jesus Christ, don't even show me. Don't even, now that's a fake. That's a fake. 114, that's a fake, man. That's a fakey. Over here. God damn. Look at that. Look at that price. You see what I'm talking about over here? $500. 500 smackaroos. I wasn't expecting that. But I do know that there's different prices. So the gifted horse back in the days, this was about $70, okay? $70, I remember, because I had the option to buy this, or I had the option to buy one of the other bottles that I had seen. But I ended up picking this. I ended up picking 2 bottles of this. The first one I just sucked up, ripped up, drank it. It took me a couple months, but I ended up buying, the first time I opened one of these, I ended up buying a backup. But this is the backup already. It's already opened, you know. It's just crazy to know that the prices just go up. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it, okay? I just cannot believe the prices in some of these whiskeys. So when you all ask me all the time in the chat rooms and also in the comments, like, should I buy backup? Yeah, buy backup. It's happened to me before, okay, in the good old days when you could purchase some of these for $50, $70, $80. Okay, look, I mean, I'm going to keep on going down and see if I see anything crazy. Look at this. Jesus Lord. Is that what it is? Yes, that's a 22. Look at these prices. That's insane. Insanity. Insanity. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because I think it's the best, whiskeys to show you that really hurt my heart. Okay, they really did hurt my heart knowing, in fact, that some of these whiskeys are just, man, I just cannot believe it. I just cannot believe it. So this is why I prepare all of you for what's to come. You know, some of the times I tell you guys, get yourself back up. But this over here, Jesus Christ, are you serious? Would I have thought that this bottle was going to be the price that it is? Never. I would have never thought that, okay? And now I have to deal with the repercussions. I have to deal with the repercussions knowing, in fact, that all my backups are gone. Okay, now I can tell you, this is exactly why I preach on buying backup bottles of anything. Look at how disgusting that is, okay? I am so enamored to know that these prices are just ridiculous. I will tell you that I'm just, man, let me just tell you. It blows me away to know that some of these bottles that I have in the past that I bought, they have really just increased completely. Okay, now if you see over here the Rhetoric 22, there's different prices, but I'm telling you, a beautiful, one of the best Orphan Barrel releases that they have put out there. If you're looking into wood, if you like the wood, Fords Oak 15-year would be the whiskey that you should have got back in the days. Nowadays, it's really not worth it. If you like American whiskey, a blend, this Gifted Horse would have been your thing back in the days. You would have bought it, you probably would have bought backup. And if you like something that is nice and oily and very buttery, butterscotch and beautiful and very much different, this Porterhouse was something to die for. So you guys are wondering, where's the story coming at? I will tell you the story now. But I do want to show you the prices on some of these whiskeys that I completely really messed up on and not bought a couple of them. I don't want you to be me. I want you to be me now. I want you to learn from my mistakes and, do your thing. I can tell you, I was looking everywhere for the Lost Prophet Orphan Barrel, which is now $1,800. But I can tell you there's other prices out here of these Orphan Barrels. And currently, there are other Orphan Barrel bottles that I just showed you earlier. But I'm just, man, it just blows me away. Okay, just completely blows me away. I'm going to go in the chat room and see what everybody's up to right now. Let me go in the chat room and see. Bob says, I can't pass up the JD single barrel. Good price. Those are amazing. Okay, get yourself a Tennessee whiskey. Those are amazing. Especially at $55. Very, very good. Let me see what Farm Kitty did say over here. I know that everybody's talking about prices in the chat room. Always good to have all of you in the wrenches talk about prices out here. But I can tell you, have you opened up? Okay, so I'm reading something in the chat room. Okay, let me just tell you this. Okay, let me just tell you this. I'm going to show you one of the bottles, the Blangtons. And the reason why I'm going to show you Blangtons is because some of you don't know how the Blangtons looks like when you buy it, when you open it up. We're going to open up a Blangtons right now in front of you on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. For all of you that don't know, midweek usually it's a hard time to do streams, and I understand that, but I wanted to keep on doing all these streams every day for all of you. And for the people that will watch this, I want everybody to really have a stream to watch. So I did this for all of you, okay? I did today's stream for each and every one of you watching, and I hope you enjoy this show. So far, we're doing pretty good. I will tell you, okay, anybody that has a wrench, if you have a wrench and you want to hop on, you're welcome to hop on. And remember, you don't have to use a camera. I would prefer you not to use a camera if you don't need to. You could talk about prices, but if you have a wrench, you're welcome to hop on. The only people that I will allow to hop on this show is if you have a wrench and you have really, you have something to talk about. But currently, I think these orphan barrels in the past, man, they were just one of my favorites. They were one of my favorites. I remember going into every store had them. I went into the smallest little stores that you can think of, and they had at least one bottle of these. Sometimes they didn't have from MSRP, but that's even okay, because you see the prices here. Prices are ridiculous nowadays, and it only took about 5 years, or what is it? I got it, maybe 2007, say 2017, 2016, give or take 6 to 7 years, and it's just insane. Okay, insane. So I'm gonna be opening up right now a bottle of Langton's in front of you. I want many of you to know how. Okay, I want many of you to know how it actually looks like when you open it up. I do know that many people have no idea how a Langton's bottle actually looks like when you open it up. A lot of people have been telling me, wait a minute, does it come with a box? Does it not? As a matter of fact, the Langton's comes with a box. It comes with a little pouch on there too. So you have to remember that, okay? Let me put this Border House away. One of my favorite ones, Border House. Hell yeah. Now, I will tell you, the Orphan Barrel line, it does have other recent releases. If I haven't got the release, it's because it is straight dookie, and I don't want to recommend you that. But the two recent ones that were released, that were decent. Okay, this one was from Orphan Barrel, recently was released. And then previously, I can tell you, if you like Tennessee whiskey, this was another bottle that was released from Orphan Barrel. Yes, they're beautiful, beautiful looking bottles. But I can tell you, both of them are nice, very nice. I prefer all of you to get the Fable and Folly compared to this one, unless you like really nice. If you like a Tennessee whiskey, this will be your thing. And I will tell you that it does have like a metallic taste to it, so just be careful with that. I do know for a fact my other bottle had a little bit of metallic metal taste to it. And I don't know why, but these bottles are just highly sought after and very, very beautiful. Let me put this away. I am going to be showing you the Langton's right now. I want to make sure that you guys know how the Langton's actually looks like when you buy it. For all of you watching, I appreciate you being here in the chat room on a Wednesday. I do know that I have been streaming every day, but I want to try to keep up with I want to try to keep up with the algorithm. If I can keep up with the algorithm, it helps, okay? And as long as I help out this channel, it helps you out too. I'm going to change the colors over here, and I'm going to make sure that everybody knows that, sometimes late at night on a midweek, everybody's tired, and I get it. I understand. As a matter of fact, I'm really tired today. I had a long day. I'm finishing up a video for all of you, so I really had a long day. But I'm going to open this up for all of you. I'm going to open it up in front of you. And currently, I will tell you, I can't even look at the TV right now because my Miami Marlins are getting ripped. But anyways, let me open this up over here. Okay, so first off, it does come with a box. And then secondly, I'm going to tell you, it does come in a little pouch. Okay, I have to show you this because a lot of people have told me before that they bought a bottle without a box. And they have also told me before that they have bought a bottle literally without the pouch. And I said, how can that be? It's supposed to come with everything. I don't know. I just bought it like that. Definitely not the way. Let me see. Put this over here. Okay. So that is exactly how it should look like, okay? When you buy yourself a Plankton's bottle, it should come with a box, it should come with a little pouch, and also you will have the wax seal on the top. One thing I can tell you, these bottles, man, back in the days, man, I'm telling you, I think every store had them. I got to the point that I went to so many stores and they all had them. Why am I gonna, at the end of the day, why would I have 20 Plankton's bottles? When back in the days, when the first John Wick movie came out, I did not think that the stores were gonna be completely shut out. I didn't think that the stores were gonna be emptied out. If I would have known, I would have bought more back in the days. I think the lowest price that I paid was $58 and change back in the days. That was a bottle a long time ago. But these bottles should look like this. And also I will say, okay, you have to make sure it has the wax. If it doesn't have the wax, I will tell you, you probably need to tell them to get you another bottle. Now the wax over here, on this bottle, you can see it on the top. Make sure that that wax is always sealed. That's when you know that you have a brand new bottle. Make sure that that wax is always sealed. But man, I won't ever forget, there was an Elmer T. Lee. There was a bunch of Elmer T. Lees. I went to buy a Elmer T. Lee because the gentleman told me to buy a Elmer T. Lee. As I bought it, I thought $40 something at the time. I think this was 2014, okay? I think this was 2014. The man had told me that they had just got it. I knew what it was, but I just said 45 when I could get something better. At the time, one of the best bottles out there was Elijah Craig. The pirate, they were like pirate barrels. They were looking beautiful, those Elijah Craigs back in the days. The good old days used to be those pirate barrels, okay? Beautiful, beautiful. Look, they look like a barrel that just fell out of a pirate ship. Okay, those were the best days. You had the Albert T. Lees on the shelves. You had the Pabbies on the shelves. You had really everything on the shelves. I think even all of the Buffalo Trace used to be on the shelves. Stag Juniors, okay? These Stag Juniors, they were filled. When I'm talking about a brand new, imagine a whole row of Stag Juniors, okay? Just a whole row. Can you imagine a whole row of Stag Juniors? What are you gonna do? And nowadays, you're gonna buy them, obviously. But back in the days, you didn't expect that some of these Stag Juniors would be so expensive. You know what I mean? You wouldn't expect that from any company, anybody. I mean, is this moving? Let me make sure that this is not moving. My camera was going crazy. I had a whole shelf of Stag Juniors available in front of me. And unfortunately, I didn't buy any. I only bought one at the time. Nowadays, you have to really know when they're coming in. I think everybody has stories of how things were back in the days. But it's horrible to know that some of these bottles are so hard for me to get now. I can tell you that for all of you watching, look, man, I won't believe the fact that I'm seeing all the increase in price of all of these bottles. This has turned into a hobby that is getting more expensive by the year. Every year, all of these prices are going up, and I can tell you, the good old days were fantastic. I really, really love the good old days. I wish they were just, around the corner. I do wish that we can go back to those prices, be able to get all these bottles. But literally, you know what it is? The whole shelf Stag Junior. That's insane. I remember asking the lady at the time. I told her, I go, hey, are you going to get these ever again? Just in case I come back, there's no more. I remember she says, what is that? I told myself, What do you mean? I told myself, wait a minute, time out. This lady doesn't know what this is. This is Stag Jr. I asked her again, and she said, I have no idea what that is. That's, what is Stag? Stag? And then I would tell her, have you ever got this? Yes, we get it all the time, but I just don't know what that is. This was back in the days. I think this was 2014 or 15. And let me just tell you, I ended up buying, at the time, I bought two, one for myself and as a gift. And I will never forget, okay, when I went back, I think a couple months later, they were all gone. We're here in 2023 really complaining about all these prices, and it's sure as hell we had the opportunity to get all of these bottles back in the days. Can I tell you the good old days were just, I'm missing them. Of course I'm missing them. But let me open this up, okay? Let me make sure that you know how the Blankton's bottle looks like. Let me just unwrap it over here. I can tell you, let me take it out. There you go. That's how a brand new one looks like. Make sure that you know how it looks like. That is exactly how it looks like. And it does have a pouch with it. So all of you have to know this. It does have a pouch with this. Always make sure to have the full complete pouch. Because just in case these things start going up in price later on. Just like they did with me with the first orphan barrel that you saw. But all in all, look, okay, I don't preach just to make a stream. When I did a stream last time, I was preaching for all of you to know that there's whiskeys right now that are going to go up in price, and you have the opportunity to get it now. As you all saw the prices on the orphan barrel, it just happens, okay? It just happens. One of the worst stories I can tell you back in the days was the fact that some of the Stag, George C. Stags, okay, here we go. Let me show you. Let me see one. One of the worst things possible that I had to deal with back in the days was the fact that everybody knew, okay, everybody knew the Stag, George C. Stag. Everybody knew it. Everybody and their mothers knew what this bottle was, okay? Now, the only bottle that some people didn't know was the damn Stag Jr. How does that make any sense? Tell me. I have no idea. Okay? When it came to this bottle, everybody back in the days knew what this bottle was. And the unfortunate part was that I just couldn't find this George C. Stag back in the days for a good price. I had to pony up the money. I had to pony up the money on these Stags and the fancy bottles. Some of them, I think the most expensive bottle back in the days was, I think 100 and something. I forgot what it was. But I'm telling you, back in the days, I think I even have I should have taken out this. I have a lot of other bottles that I want to show you, but you know, I don't want to be showing off bottles that many of you can get. But man, I'm just telling you this right now for all of you. Look, man, the good old days were just so, I mean, I miss all of those days. I really do miss those days. Holy heavens, if I can go back in time, would I go store to store purchasing all of them? Most likely. Now, I'm going to tell you, I do want to make this stream very short. I am close to the 1 hour mark. I do want to extend this as much as I can. But I'm going to tell you right now, I am so tired. And I will tell you, this stream is not edited. And I'm going to tell you, if you can, do me the favor, hit the like button for the stream. It helps me a lot. It really does. And you know what? I think I shared a couple of stories that I wanted to share with you. I showed you a couple bottles that, you know, you have to learn about. And also the bottles in the past, orphan barrels. Jesus Christ! There's a lot of new bottles nowadays that you can be buying. Okay, just like me. Okay, talking about the Russell's 13 all the time. Just like me talking about the Colonel Yates Taylors. Just like me talking about the Bookers and some of the other products out here. Let me just tell you this, okay? When it comes to any of your bottles, make sure to buy them at a good price. There's a reason why I made this channel, and it's for all of you to learn the prices of the whiskeys that you're buying, and to learn that there's whiskeys out there that you should be buying right now at a certain price. I'm going to tell you this. None of these bottles out here are bottles that an alcoholic will drink. Okay, I'm going to tell you this because I always get this a lot. There's a lot of people that always ask me, okay, alcoholics will never ever buy any of these bottles that you see. The reason why is because they're a lot of money, super expensive, super hard to find, and an alcoholic will get his cheapest whiskeys that he can get. He will not touch any of these. And for all of you whiskey connoisseurs, enjoy the days that we're living at right now. Right now, in 2023, there are so many bottles out there that many of you can buy. And I hope I've been preaching enough for all of you to learn that, hey, get your glass out. Okay, sometimes it's good to get a backup bottle and to enjoy your whiskey while you have a backup bottle, just like I did to every other whiskey out here. Okay, I will tell you, for anybody that ever sends a super chat in my stream, I will give you a huge shout out in my videos. So if you ever want a little bit of shout outs, I always do send, okay? I always do send a little bit of huge shout outs to all of you. So usually when you chat in the chat room, you can chat all you want. There's a money sign there that you can always give a little bit of appreciation. And I do respect, okay? I do respect when you give, whatever thing you give. When those streams that I had previously, most of the times I was getting a good amount of super chats. All of those super chatters, I give huge shout outs and I put them on my videos at the end of the videos. So as you all see my short videos, I have been doing that, and I hope all of you super chatters out there, I see you. I hope you've been enjoying those huge shout outs that I've been putting at the end of every short video that I could. And I put your name on there so that you know that I appreciate you all the time for being here. I want to tell you this, okay? Appreciate the time that you have now, because some of these prices might not be, okay? I have to preach this all the time. Some of these prices might not be what they are. And I'm just happy to know that you are all watching my videos, learning the prices, especially the prices that are cheap on certain whiskeys. That is the point of this channel. That is the point of all of these streams that I do. That's the point of every video that I post up. I will be posting up a big video very soon. This week, I have it all wrapped up. And I'm going to tell you this. If you all have any clue of a question, you can always send it, okay, through the comments. You can always follow me on Instagram. But look, man, ladies, listen up here, ladies. Okay, if you have friends, please tell them about this channel. I am trying my best to get more people to come into the chat room. Shoot! I almost broke that. You saw that? Holy heavens. I don't want to break that. My Norling glasses, they're all gone. Just so you know, all my Norling glasses are gone. Completely just gone. Vamoose! I think all of you saw the recent time that I broke something. I think it was one of these streams recently. I broke one of my Glencairns, which I do have it somewhere here, and I have it as a trophy. But I'm going to tell you, I have all the blood oaths. I do know many people are asking about this. This blood oath over here is pack 4. I have a bunch of blood oaths. All of the blood oaths. The only blood oath I don't have, I believe, is the pack, the first one. The first one I think is the only one that I'm missing. I have literally all of the blood oaths. I'm going to tell you that they're all reasonably priced. Okay, the prices on these are super reasonable. Let me put this over here because it's a little bit heavy holding it with one finger. Okay, very hard to do. But I do want to tell you, I want to try to give it maybe 9 more minutes. I hope you have been enjoying this. And let me just tell you this, okay? Whatever you see at the stores, know your prices. Okay, I'm gonna go around the room and see. Okay, El Gun Down, I see you. Edgar Romeo, thank you for being here. Hydolix. I can't see it too well. Let me see. Farm Kitty, good to see you in the chat. Also, Bilbo Fraggins, great to see you over here in the chat room. I will tell you, I do need to tell all of you. Look, I appreciate all of you here. Freaking amazing to have all of you here. And look, I think I'm gonna extend it just a little bit more. I have to make sure that I see this game, the Miami Marlins. I have some going with the Miami Marlins. But I can tell you, always good to see you, Patrick B. Good to see you. I see you, Patrick B. And also, I will tell you that all of these whiskeys that I show you, okay, I have to tell you, all of these whiskeys that I show you, I try to show you the best I can. If I find them at the stores, I'm going to show you the prices at the stores. You might not hear my voice, okay, because the mic in the camera, I put it away from my mouth. So most of the time, people been telling me, hey, put the volume low on the music. I cannot figure out how to put it low. I'm not very technical when it comes to that. But I can tell you, on the computer, here watching all of you, chat in the chat room, and presenting to you whiskeys is a little bit more comfortable than me being at the stores showing you some prices. It's not easy to show you prices at the store, especially the MSRP prices, but I can tell you I try my best to do that. And if you don't hear me too well in the stores when I do videos, that's just the phone, okay? That's just what it is. Sometimes I have the phone over here. Okay, I'm showing the whiskey, getting the whiskey or the camera over here, and I'm not too close to the mic, so that does happen sometimes. If you cannot hear me on certain videos, just let me know, and I can try to fix it on the next time. Okay, I'm going to tell everybody right now, we have 6 minutes left for the stream. I'm trying to hold on as dear as I can on this stream to make sure that we keep on going. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make sure that you guys just enjoy the music. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to make sure that you guys enjoy it. Okay, I'll be right back. You talk in the chat room. I need to get something real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, give me a second. Holy shit! Ladies and gentlemen! Yo, holy heavens! So I had the cops knocking on my door right now. And let me just tell you this, okay? The cops, they go, hey, just want to let you know, hey, nothing is going wrong. I just need to know there was a certain gentleman running around here, walking around here. Holy heavens, the cops! What the hell they doing out here? Insane, okay? Insane. I don't know what to expect out here. If there's a guy that's going to be going in the backyard, maybe he's in the backyard right now. Let me just tell you, it does happen often here in Miami. There's a lot of people that do run in neighborhoods. They go hiding, okay? They go hiding. I think this is like, this is like the second time. Holy shit, last time this happened, let me just tell you this. Last time this happened, there was a helicopter around here at night. And I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter what neighborhood you live here in Miami, okay? Completely, okay? Ain't no way. I'm telling you this right now. There ain't no way, okay, that you all will not get a helicopter around your house. It don't matter, okay? I'm just telling you, ain't no way. Okay, so recently, during the days, always see helicopters sometimes or following some people, no big deal. But at night is the worst time because sometimes you're looking out and all of a sudden you see cop cars and what happens is domestic violence, or sometimes there's a guy that decides to just run off from a liquor store and he goes to a certain neighborhood, or it could be a store, whatever. So I don't know what they're doing out there, but they're searching with the lights. And I do know that I'm by some water. So if the guy jumped into some water right now, well, he might be chuck meat. Okay, but because in the water out here, there's alligators, there's crocodiles, there's sharks out here. So let me just say, I'm going to give a huge shout out to all the people that are here finally. Again, hello, Edgar Romeo, good to see you. Also, new people that come in here all the time, good to see you all the time. I will say, Patrick, huge shout out to Patrick B. Amazing to see you, Patrick B. Everybody out here, AM, I do know, I see you, AM. And I do know that we have adventures over here. Let me see, adventure. She says something. Oh, damn. She says that I had a potty break. No, I had to get the door. Knock, knock. Who there? It's the Popo. That's what happened. But I can tell you, no, damn, Indian food. I can tell you, I've never had Indian food, okay, because I know the damages that happens. There's things that happen with Indian food that's just horrible. I just tell you, your intestines start breaking around. They start moving around. You start thinking you're pregnant. When you're not pregnant, you're male, okay? You're a male man. You're not supposed to feel like you're pregnant when you're eating Indian food. I have never ate Indian food ever since I was a young kid, and I never plan on doing that again. Nothing against the Indian culture, okay? Nothing against the Indian culture. But let me just tell you this, there is no goddamn way I am going to be having myself an Indian kebab or whatever it is they eat. Let me just tell you that, okay? There's no freaking way. I'm looking right now and I'm seeing some of the cops going in the water, not going in the water, they're putting the lights in the water right now currently to see if the guy is drowning. The man is not drowning. The man probably has just ran all the way back to his car, and he's probably at Taco Bell thanking to the Lord right now that he wasn't caught. If this happens to you in Miami, just chill out. Lock your doors, and remember, in Florida, we do carry guns. So out here, I'm going to give you a huge shout out to all the people in the NRA. If you have any firearms, it's always good to defend your home, to defend yourself. And here in Florida, we do that, so that is not an issue. But I can tell you, man, holy heavens. I was expecting them to tell me something about, I don't know, I was just expecting some bullshit. But it was that. Okay, they were looking for somebody. Did you see? Nah, didn't see nobody. Maybe the guy's peeking in to see me. I have no idea. Shout out to him. Anyways, I will tell you, this is the first stream that I can tell you I haven't got a super chat, and that's okay. That's all cool. I just wanted to do a stream today to really top all my streams. I've been doing a day-to-day stream, and it's been excellent, very excellent. I've been really enjoying all of you in the chat room, and I'm trying to bring in more people. So to bring in more people, just like over here, you see what I mean? Just like over here, new people all the time. Holy heavens. Thank you. Lord, the Lord, his name is Edgar Romeo, Lord. I'm going to tell you, Edgar Romeo, thank you so much for the $20 super chat in the house. Shout outs to the Reaper crew. Look, man, I was about to say the Popo crew. Okay, I was about to say the Popo crew because I'm still thinking of where these cops could be at right now. Did they get in their car? Did they leave yet? Is this what it is? I don't want to say that they're still here, just surrounding the house. But I can tell you that it's just, you know what? It's just normal, man. It's just normal. If you're walking into a 7-Eleven and all of a sudden somebody just takes out their, it's just normal, you know. He just showed up at the wrong time in 7-Eleven. Edgar Romeo, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Shout outs to the Reaper crew. And that is all of you in the chat room. All of you are part of this Reaper crew. Thank you all for being here. If you're in the chat room, you're officially part of the Reaper crew. And that means that you have been watching all of my videos. You've been really focusing on this channel. You haven't been allowing bigger channels to stir you clear, and that's the bad part about bigger channels. Obviously, I think we all know that the bigger channels are always there, okay, to show you bottles that you cannot get. Not only bottles that you cannot get, but there's also bigger YouTubers that are going to show you bottles that they're getting paid to show you. And here on this channel, we do not do that. I try to show you the best of the best. And AM said, nobody better swat Reaper. That's hilarious. Holy shit, that's funny. Edgar Romeo, I see you, Edgar Romeo. Look, okay, I did show you these bottles, and I hope any of you have a topic. If you have a topic, that would be great. I'm going to give it to Edgar Romeo, because I do know Edgar Romeo has been here when I talked about, usually about the past. I used to talk about the 90s, okay, because I just missed it. There was days that I would really miss the 90s, man. Everything was so simple back then. It was just it was easier than now. You know, it makes me almost tear the hell up. The 90s were just so beautiful. They were just so marvelous these days. Nowadays, it's not the same. The movies that we all want to see is on TV. We don't have the opportunity to really experience that hype. You know, we get that hype. Back in the days, we used to have that hype feeling to go see movies. Nowadays, it's all on the TV. I can tell you that there's a lot of things that have changed throughout the years and throughout the decades, okay? And that's exactly it, man. Edgar Romeo, you know what I'm talking about? Even the music. The rap music in those days, Juvenile, Big Timers, all of these huge, rappers out here. We also had back in the days, Tupac. We had Snoop Dogg. It would be amazing. He would do amazing raps. Biggie Smalls. Back in the days, we would have a lot of rappers that were just, man, they were everything. The music, God damn, the music was just so bling bling. One of my favorite songs out of all of them, bling bling. I'm telling you that right now, one of my favorite songs. Okay, one of my favorite songs that Bee Gees made. And I'm going to tell you, if all of you don't know, I went to a lot of schools, okay? I was a bad boy. I would literally be around rich boys. I would be around the Color Ridge, okay? The Color Ridge. I'm gonna say thugs because there's a lot of gang members. I remember most of them, all of them. The football teams were all just crazy. I remember, I think in the early 2000s, I was in one of the biggest fights I've seen in my life in front of me. And most of them were most of them weren't like high-end kids. They were just, let me just put it this way. They were mostly built like a man. Most of them were huge. I remember the days that rap music would just make certain men act different. Nowadays, rap music makes a lot of men act like, holy shit, are you a male or a female? I don't know, but I can tell you, yes, 100%. That song really carried a load on me. I think I would play it so many times. Every song, I think. One of the good old days in the 90s, I remember you had the boy bands. Most of them were, I think, Jagged Edge and some other. What is that? What is that song? He's at the beach. I forgot the name of that guy. We had Pretty Ricky back in the days. Damn. You had Gucci Mane. And also you did have a lot of country music. Wasn't as good as, I guess you could say it was good, but it wasn't as good as rap. I think rap really took over. The hip hop game back in the days really took over. And for all of you that love classic music, well, classic music is going to stay forever. Okay, over here, AM says, you think they solved the Tupac murder? You never know. Nowadays, anybody could be that person. I remember, he says, Edgar Romeo, Sears. Oh my God. I remember Sears. I remember Eckerd's. And I remember the best place in Miami to eat steak. Okay, the best place in Miami to eat steak, okay, was Los Ranchos. Los Ranchos, yes, you hear it here first. If you know Edgar Romeo, well, Edgar Romeo and me, we do share a lot in common. He does like a lot of things that I like. And it's pretty crazy to know if he remembers Los Ranchos. I'm going to tell you, that's my dog right there. If Edgar Romeo remembers Los Ranchos, holy heavens, I can't say more, okay? Oh, there we go. That's a song. Okay, the thong song. That is the song that many people, oh my God, Birdine's. Holy heavens. I remember that my uncle, he worked at Birdine's. That place was crazy. Over here at Ventures, one of my wrenches out here. I see you at Ventures. She says, you mean Sears? And a Roblox? Woo, shoot. Sears, look, I'm telling you, that Sears was insane. Let me just tell you that. Sears, let me just tell you, the appliances at Sears were insane. Form Kitty over here is that thong. I see that thong over there. Ladies, if you don't know, come on now. You know what I'm talking about. That thong, the thong. You know what I'm talking about. And for all of you that don't know what a thong is, it is not, okay? It is not, okay, the thong that I use for the barbecue. It is literally the thong. The thong. The song that, come on, people. Come on. You know what I'm talking about, okay? You have to know what the thong song is. And as you know, I did do a stream with a couple of my friends, and most likely this week, if you all want, I will be doing another stream with them on the panel with me. If you want, but I can tell you that I have really been, I've been holding back. I've been trying to do videos for all of you, but yeah, back in the days, man. Look, let me tell you this, okay? Well, let me see. He says Edgar, okay, so Edgar says Sears. Let me just tell you this. Sears, it had so many appliances, okay? There was so many refrigerators at one point in one area that I said that this has to be a nightmare. There was so many refrigerators, they all looked the same, and they would cost a shitload, just like today. Nowadays, the refrigerators we have, you can touch the refrigerator, boom, boom, boom. You can touch the refrigerator, you can click it to look through. Everything nowadays is so in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, we are literally in the future right now. I don't think many of you would have thought that this would have happened, but I do know that Bird Eyes, man, that was insane. What other place do I remember back in the days? I remember, let me see, I think, Los Ranchos, man. Los Ranchos was one of the biggest restaurants that I remember that catered me like if I was a king. And I know many of you that don't know Miami. I understand you, okay? But here in Miami, there was a couple restaurants, and most of the restaurants that everybody knows about were in South Beach. Okay, South Beach had a bunch of restaurants that everybody knew about. But if you were more in maybe in the city and in maybe more west, you would find out that the biggest steakhouses would be the Spanish ones. The Spanish ones were huge. There would always be a guy that show up next to me like a butler. And for all of you that don't know, back in the days, I did have a butler. How it feels to have a butler, well, let me just tell you this. It's just, to have a butler, it's as if you have a friend. That's just what it is. A friend that will never stab you in the back. Okay, to have maids, it is the same thing. It's almost like having friends out there that will listen to you and just, they're not going to do anything bad to you. They're not going to poison your drink. I remember, I think it was in the 80s. I think it was the 80s. No, the early, I think it was 90. I can't remember the year. I think it was 90, 93 or something like that. I think it was 93. I remember that some of my maids at the time, they would make sure to always ask me if I wanted food, if every couple minutes. I remember that, everything was, are you okay? Are you good? That's just how the maids used to be. And the butler would always just be there, just hanging around just in case needed to drive anywhere. I remember it. And also I do remember when I was younger that a lot of things, I think they were built better, like cars back in the days. I think they used real metal. Nowadays, I don't know what kind of metal they're using. I do know that back in the days, the Volvo was the hardest. The Volvo, I think, saved my life. Okay, the Volvo, I think, saved my life. I remember that the Mercedes back in the days also, okay, the Mercedes were built differently. Every car back in the days were built just a tad bit differently, okay? Farm Kitty over here says, my family loved going to eat there. That's good. I remember Sizzlers. What is Sizzlers? Sizzlers? What is that? Sizzlers? I don't remember. What is that? Sizzlers? What is that? I don't remember that at all. But I do know that, man, it's just so... I don't know how it is in California. I don't know how it is in New York back in the days. I don't know how it is in Wisconsin, Michigan, Seattle, Canada. I don't know any of that. I just know one thing, okay? Mississippi, Tennessee. I do know that most of Miami back in the days, it was just, man, it was wild. It was wild. Really, really wild. Also, great to see you over there, Tater Dom. Great to see you all the time, every time. Shout outs to you and shout outs to Edgar Romeo. Always good to see Edgar Romeo and the support he gives me. But ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you, if you can, do me a favor, bring up another topic if you can. I am literally watching my team on TV losing, and I think they lost officially. The Miami Marlins, they got wiped out. Holy heaven, they got wiped out. Oh, that's a hard one. But I can tell you, okay, Adventure says in the chat room, Sizzlers is a budget steakhouse. I don't remember that. I remember. I think, was it Coral? What is it? Coral? What's that? Golden Corral? Oh, man. Jesus Lord. Golden Corral? Shoot. Straight dookie. Golden Corral. Adventure says Sizzlers is a budget steakhouse. It used to be placed to go for its cheap steak back home in New York City. I remember back in the days also, there was a Roadhouse. Okay, Roadhouse. Ew. Nasty. Sick. Farm Kitty, wow, you, ooh, salad buffet, and ooh, shoot, I don't know about that one, dude, oh, hell nah, hell nah, hell nah, I'm not really sure about those unlimited salads. It's like unlimited salmonella, thank you very much, no thanks, but I can tell you, I don't know if they do this now at Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut used to have unlimited. Hell nah. Farm Kitty, you nasty. You nasty. You nasty. I don't know if they used to do this back. I don't know if they still do this now. But I can tell you that I think Pizza Hut used to have unlimited pizza. And as you all know, they did have the nasty, you nasty out there, you nasty Farm Kitty. They did also have unlimited salad bar at the Pizza Hut. Disgusting. Nasty, straight doogie. But they did, I remember, there was a certain time frame in Pizza Hut that they would have, they would place your pizza out there. Unlimited pizza, unlimited, just unlimited. I can tell you those were fantastic days. There was one place that I remember. Hooters. Oh, damn. Look, let me tell you this right now. There ain't no Hooters better than the back in the days Hooters. I don't know if all of you remember back in the days, but the Hooters back in the days were fabulous. They were the best Hooters you can go to nowadays. These little freaking nowadays. The Hooters is not the same. The Hooters that you have nowadays is little girls that are just, dude, they're doing too much. Back in the days, I remember all the babes, okay, they wouldn't have to do anything. They really just show up and be happy and not be fake. They would just be them back in the days. Nowadays, many fake young little girls in the Hooters. Oh my goodness. But I can tell you, Hooters is another place that was amazing. I will never forget the Hooters. Tater Dom, I love that. Hooters, hell yeah. Man, those were the days, man. Back in the days, the good old days, man. Holy heavens, the good old days, man. Hooters, who would have thought? Who would have thought that would have changed? I mean, we all know that the people change. But why is it that women have to change like that? I mean, back in the days, they were just, the younger crowd was just so much more mature than what they are now. I don't understand it. I just do not understand it. There was another place that was good. I forgot the other place. Even AMC, the movie theaters. Even the movie theaters used to be just so good. Everything. I remember watching... What movie that I watched that I said, man, I don't care about this movie, but this crowd, Cable Guy. I remember watching Cable Guy. Do you all remember Cable Guy and some of the old movies? I remember watching that and having the best popcorn ever, the best seats that I can have, the best environment. The people were more mature. Nobody was screaming in the theaters. Nobody was chatting up. It was just a more mature crowd. What the hell happened? What happened? I just don't get it. I don't understand. What else am I missing? Something that I'm missing that is different from now. Well, we already spoke about whiskeys already. I think we completely spoke about whiskeys back in the days. I think most of the whiskeys, the labels are not the same as they are now. I mean, let's be honest here, okay? All of us, let's all be in a group full of honest people. The whiskey bottles that we have now, even the cheapest ones, they're so nice. Even the cheapest whiskey bottles nowadays are so nice. I have showed you this, I think, 3 times already. This Green River. I have to show you the best whiskeys that I can possibly show you that are cheap. Back in the days, they would have never thought of making something like this. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Look at the bottom of the bottle. Are you kidding me? Right now. Look at the look at this. That's insane. Okay, back in the days, they would have never thought of that, okay, at all. They would have never thought of that idea. Nowadays, everything is a lot cheaper for companies to make products, and they could easily put it out there and make a killing. But I'm telling you, back in the days, I was okay. I was okay with some designs out there. I was okay with the cool pink and blue designs that you would get. Remember, I think everybody remembers this. Let me go back to this, okay? I'm going to show you a little bit of movies from the shows, top shows from the 90s, because I do know that one of my favorite shows was Saved by the Bell. Okay, Saved by the Bell was one of my favorite shows. Oh my God, I put in top 90s. Whoa. Top 90s US show back in the days. Let me see. I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to see if we find a couple different. Oh my God, it's showing me shoes. Top 90s TV shows in USA. There you go. Top 90s in 90. Okay, there you go. Let me see if I find some freaking. Let me see. I think Saved by the Bell, that was one of them. Top 90s TV show in the USA. Let me type it in here. Oh, man. What is this? Oh, damn. Let me see if I see something here. Oh, 90210. Who doesn't remember that? Okay, let me put it on here on the screen. I do know that many of you want to see this, so here we go. I'm about to put it on the screen. I think I have it on the screen. Okay, here we go. Are you ready for this? Top, okay. Let me put it on here. There you go. I mean, I think everybody knows already. 90210. Who hasn't seen that show back in the days? That was insane. Back in the days, I think that was in the 90s. That show, 90210, I would see it all the time. Also, there's another show out here. I don't know where it's at. If I miss it, I was trying to find Saved by the Bell. But 90210 was one of them. Also, I remember MacGyver. If nobody remembers MacGyver, I don't even know what to say. If nobody remembers MacGyver, I don't even know how to tell you. But here we go. There's a couple different. I'm gonna see if I type in. Let me see if I type it in over here. If anybody has. Let me see if I type it in over here. MacGyver. 90s show, TV show. MacGyver. Hey, yo, MacGyver. There you go. That was one of my favorite, okay? I don't know about you all. I'm about to put it on the screen. Absolutely one of my all-time favorite shows out there, MacGyver. Hell nah. That boy, that boy play no games. He play no games, that MacGyver. Hey, you have an issue? Who you calling? Hey man, you better hope MacGyver's next to you, because this man is about to light up anything near him. I'm going to tell you, MacGyver, that was one of the best. Holy heavens, let me just tell you that. A hell of a show, let me tell you. MacGyver, holy heavens. I'll never forget that MacGyver, man. Holy heavens. I don't know who in the chat room remember MacGyver. But it was great. Farm Kitty says X-Files. I'll tell you that X-Files is a little bit freaking weird. Let me tell you that right now. It was a little bit freaking weird, Farm Kitty. It reminded me of Law and Order, but just freaking, oh shoot, that's a good one. And also G says that they remade it 100%. I do know that they remade it recently, but I don't think it's the same anymore. At all. I do remember it being any, let's just put it this way. I don't think it's the same at all. For all of you watching, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to probably start lighting up the commercials on this stream. For all of you wondering, I didn't put any commercials, but I think I am going to be putting commercials on here. So if you're watching right now and you exit, you're probably going to see commercials because I'm about to probably light them up. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm not going to light them up. What am I talking about? I was about to freak that. Xena, the warrior princess, 100%. Let me see if I type that in here. And if all of you that don't know Xena, holy heavens, I think that was one of the best. Do you not agree? That was one of the best ever, okay? One of the best ever shows that I watched with a female on there. She was so dominant. Damn. Xena, let me see, Xena. Oh shoot, Xena was with the ex. Xena, man, she was insane. Xena, the warrior princess. Let me see if holy heavens. Let me see. Type it into the Google so that we all see what. I have to make sure that you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, Xena, the warrior princess. I'm about to put her onto the screen right now. That show was amazing. It made me realize that there was women out there that can kill me. That was the time that I said to myself, holy heavens, Xena, this woman is gonna kill me. Holy heavens, there's real women out there that kill people like this. I remember this was one of the first times that I told myself in the good old days, I said, wow, there's psycho women out there that can actually kill a man. Holy hell. I'm not going to take it away from you ladies because I do know we have ladies in the crowd, but I can tell you, freaking hell, that was insane. I won't ever forget that show. And for all of you that have never watched that show, Xena, let me just tell you, it was a one-of-a-kind show. Not only was it one-of-a-kind, but I think many of you already know, okay? Xena, one of the warrior princesses out there, the only one that I know that can completely tell anybody in any freaking, I don't know what show could have had her on the show. She would have killed anybody. That guy from Baywatch, hey, she would have knocked that guy out. What's his name? Hasselhoff? Man, that guy gone. That guy Dunzo. You put Xena next to Mr. Hasselhoff over there in what is it? Baywatch? That guy's done. That man is completely owned. Man, Xena. Holy heavens, Xena. I remember I had a dream about her a long time. I said, holy hell. It was a long time ago. Man, Xena, holy heavens. And then I found out that they were going to fire her or something, and then that was it for that show. But I can tell you, man, she was crazy. She was crazy. I'm going to tell you, Xena could have beat up Hercules, okay? 100% beat that man up. Hey, just a little switch in the nutsack over. All she had to do was go hiya right there in the nutsack, and Hercules would have been donezo. But I will tell you, one of the very few shows that I think many of you remember, okay, Baywatch. Okay, Baywatch back in the days was another show that was very much in. Oh, damn, what is this? What am I looking at? Holy heavens, I typed it wrong. Baywatch. Thank God I don't have it on the screen. Anyways, let me type it again. Holy heaven, I clicked the wrong Baywatch. Edgar Romeo over here says, anyone remember the movie? Oh, The Goonies. That was crazy. Man, Howard the Duck. Some of those were freaking real old school. Real old school. Real old school. Let me show you over here. Okay, Baywatch. I mean, come on, man. For all of you that don't know, I learned the fact that Hasselhoff didn't want Pamela Anderson on the set. He didn't like that she was such a little piece of dirt. That's what he said. Now, I did read this a long time ago, so maybe stuff changed. But I remember Baywatch was one of those shows that was very entertaining. Very entertaining. And I can tell you, I think that was one of the shows that I said, man, I don't know if all of you gentlemen or ladies out there that said, man, listen here. When can I drown? Can somebody tell me where is it I need to go to drown to get Pamela Anderson out here right now? I think many of you attempted this because you guys never realized that there were actually people watching you at the beach till this show came up. Man, the good old days, man. I'm telling you, the good old days was insane. Just so insane. Yeah, cartoons were the best. Cartoons were the best, yes. But I will say, she worked with Hercules, didn't she? I think so. I think Hercules was in her not Baywatch, but was in Xena's show. Now, there's one of the most popular shows back in the days that I think all of you already know. And this is one of my favorite old-time shows. I'm going to tell you, if you have never watched this, well, guess what? I don't know what life you've been living here in America, but you have to know this show. And if you don't know this show, I just don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Let me see. 90s. Let me see. Let me type it in here. This was the best, okay? The best show that you can think of. And for all of you watching, look, man, this brings me back to those days. I'm going to try to find some here to show you. Okay, this sometimes you can see on the weekend on BET and some of these other shows. Here we go. Here we go. Man, Saved by the Bell, man. Saved by the Bell. I don't know why I typed in there Saving Bell. I don't know why. But Saved by the Bell, man. Holy heavens. What the hell? They remade this garbage. I didn't know that they remade this. But anyways, back in the days, man. Holy hell. Saved by the Bell? Are you kidding me? Man, that show, I remember would come on, I think at 5 o'clock or something every day. So you know what? These shows do give me a little bit. Oh, Different Strokes. I see you. Different Strokes, yes. Look, I remember Different Strokes, and I also remember, man, the Golden Girls. Jesus. I would try to get into the Golden Girls. Oh, man. Oh, this is the best over here. Fresh Prince. And, oh, man. Nah, man. My favorite, obviously. I think everybody knows this. I think everybody knows this already. If you don't know already, one of the funniest old time, okay, oh man, one of the funniest old time that I wish I can watch some of this right now. Man, one of my favorite shows. Man, I would be laughing all the time about this show. Okay, if you haven't seen this show before, it's a funny show, okay, and he did hit the nail on the head here. G, I see you, G. Man, that show, Martin, man. Holy heavens. Man, that show, funny as hell. I don't think that there's a time that I didn't laugh. If there was a show that I didn't laugh, I must have been in a bad mood that day. But I can tell you, one of the best, funniest shows out there, Martin, man. Back in the days, this man, funny. I love this show. and it would always be scheduled accordingly with Fresh Prince. I'm telling you, Fresh Prince was great, but I just can't tell you more about Martin. I think Martin to me was more realistic. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just something about these shows back in the days. And you know what? I will tell you, people don't understand me. I'm American, okay? So I'm used to all the cultures around me. I'm used to the Jamaicans. I'm used to, most of Miami has a lot of Hispanics. I'm used to all different cultures. I'm born here, so it's just, it's nothing different to me to see these shows. I understand where they're getting at in these shows. Sometimes the slang and the humor, you have to know it because you have to be living in America. If you're not an American, you're not going to be able to understand any of these shows. Now, Edgar Romeo, the super chatter of today, he did say Different Strokes. And I will tell you, Different Strokes, it is one of the shows that I would see every now and then. I'm going to tell you, if you haven't seen Different Strokes, it is a good show. It does give you, okay, I'm going to tell you this. This show does give you lessons. And for some reason, what is the other show that give you lessons? Not Saved by the Bell, but the Prince show would give you lessons. Like it would, for every show you would learn something that you wouldn't want to do, Different Strokes is a show that I'm going to put it on here. What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? It's a great show. Okay, let me put this on the screen over here. Different Strokes, man. It was a great show. I won't ever forget those days that they had it on TV. They don't have that anymore on TV. Unfortunately, back in the days, we just had so much good. I don't know. The shows, they were just so good. Everything now is a lot different. We have a lot of sports. We have a lot of politics on TV. And most of the shows, if they're drama, they're women-filled, which is, I don't know, it's a little bit different. Over here, G does say Family Matters. Yeah, I remember that one too. But this one over here, man, this one, every time I would see this, there's something, it's just like, I would just be like, man, like, it would make you think, like, shit, like, there's a lesson in every freaking show of Different Strokes. What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about? I remember that I would say that, and sometimes my family would want me to say it again. But yeah, this is a great show. Look, man, it doesn't matter. People tell me all the time, like, hey, what kind of people were you surrounded by? Do you not understand? Here in Miami, I'm surrounded by all types of people. I do not discriminate, and I do not allow racism on my show, and I hate to see it in public. One of the things that I hate the most is racism. I cannot stand it. I usually defend the right side, and I usually think that I'm on the right side, and hope to God that I'm usually am. I try not to go left. I try to go always right. But there's nowadays, that's just not how it is. Over here, I remember Adventure, she says, over here, Webster, let me type that in for all of you that never sold this. Let me put it over here. Okay, let me type it in here. Let me see. Let me see over here. Let me see. All in the Family, Mama's Family. Damn. Oh, Jesus. Oh, damn. Married with Children. Damn. What are you guys talking about now? I'm confused. But Family Matters, that was another one. Let me type that in. Family Matters. Family Matters. If some of you think that I was glued onto the damn freaking TV all the time, I can tell you the one time I was always glued on the TV was with the one and only, okay? Steve Urkel, okay? Steve freaking Urkel, this man, holy heavens. Let me just tell you this. I was always glued on the TV when I seen this nerdy nerd, okay? Always, I would always think, what happened to this kid? How did he grow up? And like, what happened to him? I can tell you, I used to watch this all the time, would be glued on. I remember that I used to think that the brother was going to be a football player, a real football player in real life, because he was a little bit big. I remember that, man, Steve Urkel, man, holy heavens. Look, man, they don't make stuff like this anymore, man. Oh, no, hell no. This is the worst show. Adventures, the Golden Girls. God, hot dang diggity, straight dookie. Let me just tell you this, adventurers. When I saw the Golden Girls on TV and there was nothing else on TV back in the days, I would say, dang, no, this can't be the time. This can't be the time. I look everywhere and I don't want to see the news. The Golden Girls, I would force myself to sometimes try to watch this. Okay, but I'm going to tell you, we're talking, man, Steve Urkel. God damn, this boy was funny. I think one of the funniest episodes that I remember is that he hopped onto a hot air balloon. I think it was this show. He hopped onto the hot air balloon and he was such a darky dark. He was so damn stupid sometimes. He let go of all of the weights on the damn freaking hot air balloon. I won't ever forget. I think it was this show. I'm pretty sure, because the father, he would always scream out loud and he couldn't believe he almost fainted. I remember that episode. Back in the days, man, you think you forgot some of the stuff. Nah, I'm telling you, some of the shows back in the days were just so good. But I'm going to show you Golden Girls because, I mean, it's only proper. Look, a lot of you have helped me out with super chats, and I have to eventually do a stream that I completely confess and say, I see you in the chat room, and I bring you guys up. I have to do a stream, and I think Wednesdays could be that day that I start doing that. I want to make sure that this channel gets bigger and bigger, and all of you enjoy that I speak to you. So I'm gonna go over here. The worst show in history of mankind. We're about to put it on here. There's one thing I can tell you. I was a little bit. There was one Golden Girl that was really very dominant. She was very low. What her voice? Her voice. How can I do it? Her voice was really low. I can't do it like that. But I can tell you, Golden Girl. Let me see. Her voice was super low. Let me make sure to type in the right Golden Girls, because if I type in the wrong Golden Girls, we're gonna get some nudies. I ain't trying to get some granny nudies out here. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to show you the worst show ever, and I have to show you this because we're going back in the days. Okay. Holy heavens, the Golden Girls. Oh, damn. Adventures. You brought me back to a time when I was so miserable to see this, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna put it out. They would always talk on the tables and talk about the drama. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. For all of you watching, I hope you have enjoyed this show. This show has gone on pretty long, and I will tell you, I just want all of you to understand that I try to do every stream different, and I hope you all really have enjoyed this stream so far. I'm literally almost at 2 hours, and I wasn't planning on being 2 hours. Edgar Romeo, always a huge thanks to Edgar Romeo. Today, Edgar Romeo was the super chatter of the day. Thank you so much, Edgar Romeo, for helping out in the stream and giving me a little bit of a boost. On the stream, we talked about whiskeys. We talked about the Blanton's bottle that I have on the thumbnail. I didn't want to deceive you at all. I showed you the bottle, and I did show you how the bottle looks inside. I showed you how it should look like, and I hope you really got a little bit something out of that, okay? Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, always remember, just be nice. Be nice to people, okay? Give the respect to the people that need it. And if you need to rip somebody, you rip them all you want to. Always do you. But remember, sometimes you have to really be a Xena, okay? Sometimes you have to be, how can I say, Mr. Hasselhoff, okay? Sometimes you have to be like that to put people in check. Some people that don't respect you out here in the real world, sometimes it's good to walk away, but sometimes you have to tell it how it is right then. Just like Mr. Hasselhoff did with Pamela Anderson, just like Xena did with all of the men in the Xena, and also we could say there's other cartoons back in the days like Power Rangers, but those were we can talk about that another time. I think all of you have enjoyed the stream. We did talk about whiskeys, we talked about a lot of things, and I extended it the most I can. I don't think the cops are outside anymore, but I can tell you that if you do have a cop knocking, make sure to always see his badge. Make sure that that man is not trying to come in to your house, and make sure that if they ask you anything when they do knock in your door, you don't have to answer them. But if they are looking for somebody, just like they did today, you can always say he was over there. You could always say he was over there. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go around the room over here. Thank you so much, Adventurers, and also Farm Kitty, and also Edgar Romeo. You are the man. I'm going to keep this on here because I do tell you, I give huge shout outs to anybody that sends Super Chat. The biggest Super Chatter usually stays on here, and today I am happy enough to say that you all had a fun time, learned a little bit of something. I'm going to end the stream like this, okay? And I see you. Do me the favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, tell your friends about this channel, and I'll see each and every one of you soon on the next stream. See you all soon, and for all of you, be well. I see you, baby. See you all soon.
And second of all, because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want.